Yo, so boys, we're about to take a private jet back from the Bahamas to Miami, and I was really sitting down and thinking about this. I was like, how the fuck did I go from some days not having a dollar to take the city bus to flying 10,000 an hour? Like, how does that happen? And one piece of it's logical, right? One piece of it's the how and, the logistics and working hard and etc. But the majority of it is self-image and perception of self. When I was taking the bus for that dollar, I always had a higher self-image and I knew I was meant for more. Sometimes I'd be at that bus stop, I'd see a Rolls Royce pass by. My mind didn't go, fuck that guy. My mind went, why does he have that shit and I don't? I should have that shit too. The other homeless people around me on the bus weren't even thinking about that. They're sleeping, they're going back home from work and etc. I always knew I was meant for more. But what I want to explain to you guys is the journey mentally from the bus stop to private jets. And it takes an extreme level of confidence and, like I said, a high perception of yourself. So how do you raise your perception of yourself? Number one, you have to work on yourself. You know what I mean? There's a great book that you should read. It's called WORK, work. Whatever you need to do to feel like that guy, you should start doing those things now. Hit the gym, bro. Get lineups consistently. Take care of yourself. Read self-development books. Educate yourself. Like, the more that you put into yourself and you work on yourself, your perception of self is going to raise. You're not instantly going to have private jet level, concept of self overnight, right? It takes time. It takes small wins. First, it's like, hey, I'm going to go to the gym. Boom, you go. Why do people always say, hey, get in the gym, take care of your health and whatever? Yes, one part is the physical reason, but it's really the mental aspect of it. Like, me getting in the gym and working on myself made me feel like I could do anything. I was like, I know if I show up every single day, no matter how I feel, good or bad, and I've mentally trained myself to do that for delayed gratification, I know I could do that with business. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what the fuck I did. So that's one piece of it. Number two is practicing success. I used to always go to the Rolls Royce dealership and check out the cars. I would go into the Lambo dealership. All these cars that I now drive, I used to go to the dealership when I couldn't even afford them. I'd sit in the cars. I used to go on Zillow. I'd schedule tours for penthouses, for mansions. I'd have them give me a full tour. They're like, where's your parents? I'm like, I'm the buyer. And they'd give me walk-through tours. Hey, this is the 2-story view of the ocean. Here's the rug. This rug is actually $10,000. I'm getting exposed to all these things by practicing success. When I was a little boy, my dad used to take me to the by the airport. We'd get McDonald's, we'd park by the airport, and we'd watch private jets take off. Now, my mind thought nothing of it at the time, but my dad was visualizing. You know what I mean? Sadly, he passed away, but he used to tell me, Vincent, Rolls Royce, king of cars. One day we're going to get that car. People ask me, Vince, you're young, you're 21. Why are you driving Phantoms? That's an old man's car. No, I had to live out my dad's dreams that he wasn't able to live out. Do you get that? But I always saw myself as the person that could fucking do it. You have to see yourself there already as that guy before you become that guy. I always say the formula to success is be, do, have. Think about all the things you want, bro. Think about who you need to become to get those things and do the self-improvement to become that person. Does that make sense? Like, the next level you, bro. This motherfucker's probably deadly at speaking, bro. You know what I mean? Like, everything's speech nowadays. It's not the ice ages where we have, sticks and we're hunting buffaloes. We have a voice now. If you haven't mastered your voice, you need to fucking work on that, bro. The lowest income people are, labor workers. They trade physical labor for money. That's always going to be the lowest paid because you're easily replaceable. Like, when I was working at a fucking pizza place as a busser, the reason I was getting $9 an hour, if I left, you could get another me tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's easy to replace. You can't replace somebody that has a very great voice, that has a lot of wisdom. You guys should all aim for those things. My arm's getting a little bit tired. I don't really do this YouTube shit, but we'll switch back. Fuck it. I ain't no bitch. But yeah, master your voice, bro. Next level, you got to master your voice. Obviously, upgrade yourself through self-improvement. The next level, you, bro, is probably more jacked than you, more shredded. You know what I mean? Work on that as well. He's probably more educated. He's spending time around the right people. That's super important too. He's not hanging around motherfuckers smoking weed. He's not playing video games all day. A lot of success isn't about just what you do. It's about what you don't do. You want to have an empty calendar. You want to be clear-minded outside of work and school, obviously. But you want to be very clear-minded so that you can grow. They say elevation requires separation. For you to become that next you, you need to separate yourself from the crowd of conformity, stand out, take an outside view and think, okay, everybody's going to school, getting a job, working their entire lives till they're 65. Is that what I want? Okay, what are the successful people doing? Okay, they're doing this. Most people aren't alone enough to think. Mental activity doesn't constitute thinking. Most people, they don't get much time to spend by themselves and really think and see how the world works. All these books, I mean, read self-development books too. I promise you, if you haven't gotten into self-development, bro, Think and Grow Rich, Science of Getting Rich. One very great book that I'm reading that honestly skyrocketed my income even at this point, not from anything logistical, but from the mentality, is The Power of Awareness as well. That talks a lot about self-image. Podcasts now, you know what I mean? Books are boring now, you know? So if you whip out a podcast you can literally go on YouTube, bro, and watch billionaires speak to you. You're listening to me, I'm a 21-year-old millionaire. Obviously, I have sauce to give you to stay on this video. But you get what I'm saying. Like, the knowledge is all out there. It's the easiest time in the world to get rich because the knowledge is there, but people's attention spans are at an all-time low. There's a quote, it's from The Power of Awareness, and it pretty much breaks down. God damn, my arm's killing me, bro. But it pretty much breaks down. Guys, check out this view. Fucking sick. Sick. But it pretty much says we're only limited by our weakness of attention. I'm sorry. We're only limited by our uncontrolled imagination and lack of attention to the feeling of our wish fulfilled. What does that mean? We're only limited by using our imagination correctly to visualize the life that we want in our higher selves and the attention of focusing on that in the light of already being there. Like people, you know, when I was younger, I was raised Christian, you know, so it's like, you know, pray and this, that, and I'd sit down on my knees and I'd go, God, please give me this, that, please. I didn't know that was incorrect prayer. How you pray correctly is you thank God for what you don't even have. You put yourself in the light of already receiving the things that you don't have. It's like, thank you, God. Right now you can pray and go, thank you, God, for making me a millionaire. Thank you, God, for giving me a strong and healthy body. In present tense, it's like, it's I am. God is I am. There's no past. There's no future. Those are both illusions. All we have is right now. So right now, what you affirm of yourself and your concept of yourself dictates all the results in your life. You guys need to stop negative self-talk too. That's one thing your higher self doesn't do. He's not saying I'm stupid. He's not saying, you know, oh, I'm a dumbass. You know, I don't know this social media tech stuff. I'm not a good speaker. When you say those things, you're affirming that, and your assumptions create your reality. So every time you get a negative thought, bro, replace it with a positive one. I am that guy. I am good at speaking. I am going to learn this. That's the only way to grow. But yeah, moral of the story, guys, those steps right there, and I know this was pretty unorganized, those steps right there were what took me from $1 for the fucking city bus and begging people, hey, bro, please give me $1, bro. Bro, please give me $1. Yo, can you please give me $1? Vince, you asked for one yesterday and you still didn't pay me back. But bro, please, I have to get home and this, that. To $10,000 an hour for a private jet. So I hope this helped you guys out. If you did like this, hit the like button down below. Shoot me a subscribe. You know what I mean? I'm on Instagram, guys. So follow me on Instagram at VincentFisher_. Yeah, shoot a subscribe if you like this video. And if you guys want to see more stuff like this, comment down below. Let's get it.